in the abduction. And notice I'm not using the word kidnapping. I don't think it ever was a kidnapping for ransom. Again, why not leave a note in the room like in other cases? And let's not forget, tied in with this message is also the fact that there's some kind of a cell phone hidden somewhere with pictures of, quote, Nancy's last day alive. I'm paraphrasing here, but that's the basic words. And they will provide the names, addresses, and ages of this person who's writing this letter, this communication, to be consistent here, has this information, or do they? And all they want is one Bitcoin, which as of Friday afternoon was worth around $62,000 U.S. currency. So think about it, Ray. And this goes to TMZ. I mean, why not go right to the Guthrie family, or at least the Sheriff's Department or the FBI, where this is going to be kept intact? They know the TMZ folks are eventually going to go public. They seem to, those TMZ claims they're working with law enforcement and don't put anything out, but they're chomping at the bit, and they finally did put stuff out. But think about this, Ray. So allegedly there are two kidnappers, according to this communication, which I think is also tied in with buried in nature, not intentional. And this person, for $62,000, not a whole lot by today's standards, is willing to give up names and addresses and age. I don't think you have to throw that in. If you have names and addresses, that would be easy to figure out. But look, what kind of a high-risk notification is this to TMZ that the kidnappers will have to ask themselves, who the heck among us, who knows us, that could give this information over? Well, we've already killed this woman, intentionally or not, buried wherever with nature. We better bury this other person with nature, because he or she is about to give us up for a lousy 62 grand and with some alleged buried cell phone. I'm sure a burner phone of some sort. My point to all this is it's BS. It's a hoax. This is not happening. Why someone is putting this out, I'm not sure. Do they hope to make some quick bucks? They're not asking for 40 million or 20 million or whatever the original 4 million was. They're asking for $62,000, not a whole lot. Be a quick payday. It wouldn't be a bad payday for just putting a few emails together and claiming to have this stuff. And I guarantee you there'd be no phone anyone would find anywhere with Nancy's last day on it. So, Ray, I understand what you're saying, and we like to play devil's advocate on both ends. But I'll say this too: the investigators have to follow through on this. You and I have been in cases back in the day where things seem like really tenuous and off the chart, but you know what? Either we're following up on it, or we send out leads for other agents or investigators to do so. So, of course, follow up on this. Look at all the computer, work they can do to find out the provenance of these messages, and then work it from there. But I would be very surprised. I just hope there's not more than a few agents working these leads out and being taken away from actually trying to identify through other leads and investigative techniques, who were the culprits, and to, of course, locate Mrs. Guthrie somewhere out there after having been taken by this abductor way back on February 1st.